Welcome back. I'm doing something a little bit different today in this video. In some of my earlier videos I said you really don't need to modify this bike too much to go off-road, which I've proven that and taken this pretty much everywhere. But then I thought, I've never really had any comparison. I haven't ridden a bike that has an ECU upgrade, or other than this bike it's got the exhaust. That's the only real performance one. So I approached a bike shop in Tamworth, New South Wales called SSS. It's actually the only ECU tuner in Australia that's tuned specifically for Australian fuel. So I've approached them and said, would you be interested in just a simple rider's perspective? And they've actually sent me out a stage 2 performance upgrade kit, which involves their SSS ECU with the fuel mixtures and whatnot, but it also includes a second snorkel and the twin air filter. So at the moment I'll just go for a quick spin, because this bike as it is, I've got a twin air filter, I've got a Moto X exhaust, but all the tuning stock. So I thought I'd go for a quick ride just to get a feel for it, and then I'll put in the second snorkel, I'll put in their custom ECU, because I'm sure every single ECU review video is guilty of this. What they do is go from a stock bike, the stock exhaust, and then they put a new ECU on there, but they also put a new pipe on there. And of course this pipe alone feels like it gives you a little bit of torque in the low and mid range, but I also think it robbed a little bit of the high end. I know a lot of people complain about the snappiness down low on the low revs. It's meant to, I think that's to do with the fueling. So this SSS ECU hopefully will smooth out that initial low rev snappiness. But it'll be really interesting to see the difference, see if there's any noticeable difference. So I've never actually ridden one of these with an upgraded ECU. So I was just curious to see if it's any genuine difference, or if it's just psychological with the sound of the exhaust when people change them out. So I was going for a quick spin now and then I'll head home. It's about lunchtime here and it's absolutely stinking hot here in Australia. I've got these new goggles on. They're tinted and mirrored by Nitro, a company called Nitro. I tried them early one morning and I could not see a thing. They're so dark, the tint on them. But now it's midday on a stinking hot day. It's actually perfect. I wouldn't even know how bright it is. Oh well, guess I better head back and change out these parts. Maybe I'm being too fussy, but this is my plan. Got a piece of cardboard in here. I'm going to trace out the stock hole and try and match that next to it. A bit smaller. It's a bit dirty. That's the ECU in this little pouch. I've got the second snorkel installed here. I'll probably have to play around with the positioning of these and put a couple of pre-filters in. This is the stock ECU I'm just taking out. This is the Stage 2 ECU from SSS Performance in Tamworth, Australia. Clipped him in. So I've got SSS Stage 2 ECU, second snorkel, twin air filter, and Moto X exhaust. And this is the first startup. Fingers crossed it doesn't brick it. Seems to be running okay. That definitely is smoother off the bottom. So this is genuinely the first time I've rolled out with the Stage 2 SSS. I've got the second snorkel, the twin air filter, and the SSS ECU from Tamworth, Australia. It feels like a different bike. It's got some pull to it. I'm gonna have to eat my words here. I've changed my mind, everyone. Get an ECU mod. It's pretty cool. Fuck, that is so much better. It's got so much more pull. That's amazing. Fuck. That is a huge... I'm not even kidding. That is such a big difference. I was not expecting that at all. Shout out to SSS. Just that real pull from down low. That genuinely feels like a different bike. Pull in, pull in. Yes. With the stock ECU I used to get to around 7 and it just stopped pulling. There was nothing there. Now you get to 7, it just wants to keep going. That is sick. It's so much easier to break traction too. I'm genuinely shocked at how much better that is. That feels like a different bike. Oh, I'm already riding like a hoon. I'm definitely going to have to team up with some suspension specialists. This is sick.